Turning now to the latest on the January 6th investigation. NBC News has now learned that Hope Hicks, who served as a top advisor to former President Trump, has interviewed with the House committee investigating the insurrection. That's according to a source familiar with the matter. Now, Hicks served in multiple senior roles in the Trump White House for much of his presidency, but left her job as counselor to the president just 6 days after January 6th. This interview also comes just days after the committee subpoenaed the former president himself. For more, let's bring in NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Allie Raffa. Allie, good to have you with us on this. So do we have any idea what Hicks said during her testimony yesterday and what the committee was hoping to hear from her in the first place?
Yeah, good morning, Savannah. Unfortunately, no official comment from Hope Hicks or the January 6th committee as far as what she was able to tell the committee. But we do know that Hope Hicks was one of the earliest advisors to Trump and his family, going so far back as 2015 when he was mulling a run for the presidency. And as you mentioned at the top there, while she did leave the White House, she came back and was part of former President Trump's inner circles during this critical period of time that the January 6th committee is interested in, this period of time between Election Day and January 6th. The committee likely asking her questions about Trump's thinking, Trump's communications during that time, because reportedly Hope Hicks told former President Trump repeatedly that he had lost the election. Now, remember, the January 6th committee's whole argument during this over a year-long investigation has been to prove that former President Trump was at the center of the effort to overturn the election, that he was to blame for the January 6th attack on the Capitol. So that's definitely something that the committee likely asked her about. How forthcoming she was with the committee is still under question, because she has testified before a congressional committee in 2016, and wasn't very forthcoming. She invoked her right to executive privilege during that time. Of course, she doesn't work in the White House anymore, so she wouldn't be under the same restrictions this time. How forthcoming she was with the committee is still a big question we do have.
Now, this all comes after the January 6th committee held its last scheduled hearing before the midterms. Where does the investigation stand right now, especially with less than 2 weeks to go to the election?
Yeah, 2 weeks to go to the election. And remember, this committee is only active as a committee until a new Congress is sworn in January. And they still have a lot of things to cross off of their to-do list. Remember, the committee still doesn't know whether former President Trump will comply with this subpoena for testimony on November 14th for documents that members have said may be even more enlightening than that testimony on November 4th. And the committee is trying to wrap this all up, like I said, by January. They're trying to use their time wisely. The big question now is, if Trump doesn't comply with that subpoena, what will the committee plan to do in that short amount of time? They have the option to refer a contempt of Congress criminal referral to the Justice Department, similar to what we saw with Steve Bannon, or they could use this time to refer what members have called other criminal contempt referrals for other crimes that they say that they can prove Trump has committed. What they do with this remaining time is still a big question we have.
All right, Allie Raffa, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.